We now come down to the nitty-gritty part of the fall 2019 season, the weeks leading up to teams battling for playoff spots and jockeying for positions for December's fall 2019 playoffs. And here on Week 9's Game of the Week features the Green Hornets and the Gold Knights. Hi everybody, Angelo Pontello bringing you the broadcast action. Joining me as always, Andy Townsend. Andy, these are the kind of weeks in the season that it gets more and more exciting. Oh, you said it right there, Angelo. And anytime you have two teams contending for playoffs, just like the Green Hornets and the Gold Knights, it really comes down to the wire. And you know these teams are going to step up and find ways to play harder, especially for the final weeks heading into the season. Well, we'll start things off with the current standings. Of course, with this being the 4:45 game, the other two games already, the results are in. Gray Wolves defeated the Red Army 7-1, as did the Blue Bombers beat the Black Aces by the same scoreline. So right now the standings currently show Blue Bombers currently in first with a 7-2 record. Green Hornets can retake first place if they went 7-1-1, currently at 6-1-1 on the season. Gray Wolves jump up to 5-3-1. Golden Knights can keep on the Gray Wolves' tail with a win today. Black Aces and Red Army, of course, dropping. Black Aces at 2-6-1, Red Army at 2-7. So, Andy, as we look at both of these teams getting back to the swing of things here, what are a few key pieces you expect to see from both squads? Well, of course, to be real quick, you got Dave Wachowiak for Green, and Wachowiak, who leads the Ice Sports Forum right now in the over 50 league with goals with 14 on the season. He's going to be somebody I definitely anticipate breaking out and getting a couple more goals. That's going to be no surprise. What could be a surprise, however, is seeing players like Mitch Starr and Steve Byrne rise to the occasion. Steve Byrne already on the season with 1 goal and 7 assists. He is going to be key today in terms of the assisting pieces. He's done that already, but here, if they're going to be looking to pull off a big win over the Green Hornets, he's going to have to step up his game. Steve Byrne, a man who's over 70 years of age playing in an over 50 hockey league, finding ways to keep up with at this point, the young guys. And, you know, I gotta admit, Andy, it takes a big statement to keep up with younger guys. Oh, no doubt about that, for sure. So with that, pregame concludes. We'll have face-off in a moment. Gray Wolves, check that. Green Hornets, Golden Knights here on the Pontello Broadcasting Network. Matt Martiek and Ryan Cleary are officials for today's game. Connor Bortz, the man in the box, maintaining our score and statistics for today's game as we are off and running here in Week 9's Game of the Week. Jerry Coughlin up center ice, looking for options, finds Steve Byrne, but it's an offsides call. And right out of the gate, you can tell the Golden Knights really trying to get a jump start, getting a little too ahead of themselves there over the blue line, and offsides, I have to rethink strategy. Steve Byrne at left wing, Omer Chiquan at center, Jerry Coughlin right wing, Scott Harrison and Kevin Reels back as the defensemen for the Green Hornets. Bernie Wersinski, and we'll check up on the name later for the defensemen. And then, of course, wingers in Roger Aubie and Mike Jackson, and at center, Dave Wachowiak. So check that. That's Tony Lugo at right wing. But of course, when you see red helmets, of course, Roger Aubie and Tony Lugo, very similar in terms of play, size, and even accessories, if you will. I mean, it's just how they come up. Yeah, as you can see them making a line change. It looks like they're coming off just to step back on. Well, it's an interesting concept sometimes. You never know, just off the accessories of players, how just the wardrobe can really throw you off. Sky Helwin checking in for the first time today in the Golden Knight zone, trying to make a play out of this one. Back in the Golden Knight end, working around left post as it gets cleared out. Paris trying to get this one cleared out of the zone. Helwin keeps it in the Golden Knight zone, back in the Golden Knight end. Reels with possession of the puck. Off the boards, Green Hornets giving no inches of breathing room. Costello trying to capitalize. And this one is now in the possession of Sky Helwin in the near side corner. And he gets knocked off the puck by Paris. Well, of course, when you look at the way they set up there, I mean, key thing is you have to watch out And like you just mentioned in the pregame report, Angelo, big thing for the Golden Knights is they need to step up their game. They knew they were playing a tough Green Hornets squad, and it's just a matter of maintaining with them and then finding ways to capitalize and score offensively. Puck once again back in the Golden Knights zone. It's Scott Harrison on the move. And to finish our starting lineups, Mike Morey was at the right defenseman spot for the Green Hornets starting lineup alongside Wersinski. As Lilly finds Chiquan near side. Omer Chiquan looking to make a play. Deflected off of Sharina. Backhand intended for the Golden Knights. Knocked away. Harrison taking a shot on net, and Sharina gets it cleared away. Wachowiak with the stick on it, skating for it. Here comes the first breakaway for Wachowiak today. And Hannon is there for the stop. And you know, Jay Hannon, we've talked about him for a couple of weeks now. This is one keeper that really is underestimated per se. And you see the goals that he's given up this season that have overshadowed his true capabilities of watching those breakaway passes and chances. But like we mentioned, this will be just the first breakaway we see from Wachowiak out of what I expect to be many chances for the Green Hornets today. Coughlin backhands it to Chiquan, open space here, makes a deep move and kicked away by Chewy. Chiquan second rebound taken away by Wachowiak for the Green Hornets, and skating up for it now on the move, John Oliverio. Breakaway chance for him, fires the shot, knocked away by Hannon. And now John Oliverio getting some chances there. That time, Jay Hannon, you're gonna have to do a little bit better than just shooting on net on a breakaway chance if you're gonna get it past this keeper. Chiquan, this is back to Harrison, far side corner, shot taken, knocked away by Chewy, and he'll fall on this one as Wersinski keeps it in play for him. 8:44 in the opening period, no score here in our game of the week. Green Hornets, Golden Knights heading at it so far. Both teams trying to improve their records. Green Hornets trying to get back to a 5-game winning streak, as the Golden Knights looking to get above 500 once again on the season. Harrison Wachowiak on the face-off. Referees making sure everyone's in position as the puck comes back to Morey in the Green Hornet end. Skates around his reels for the Golden Knights, looking for options quickly. Finds Pernice on back, taken away by Jackson. Flips it up to a wide open Wachowiak again. Second chance for Wachowiak. Makes a move and he scores. That time, Dave Wachowiak 1 for 2 on his breakaways, and that time he capitalizes for the Green Hornets to strike first. 1-0 is our scoreline now, 8:27 in the opening period. And just like we talked about, Andy, you got to stop those breakaways by Wachowiak. And there's a reason why he just got goal number 15 on the season. It's plays like that where he just knows how to be in the open position. And that time the Golden Knights defensively just didn't take into account his breakaway there on that drive. So now a chance to regroup and got to go back out there and get the equalizing goal. Puck comes back to Hannon as he falls on this one for the save. So face-off now taking place deep in the Golden Knight zone. Jackson back to Wersinski, shot on net. Helwin trying to come up with a tapping finish, and Hannon's there for the stop. And it looked like there, Angelo Scott Helwin thought he might have had a goal as well with a little more tapping progress, but that time, Hannon holds his own. Well, already you can tell, Andy, that Jay Hannon is holding up this Golden Knight defense in the first period, but you and I both know that's only going to last for so long. Yeah, and again, the Golden Knights defense needs to start supporting their keeper there. Jay Burke can only do so much from his end, as the Green Hornets, again, you know this is a team, Angelo, where they're going to ram it down your throat and find as many scoring opportunities as they can. You already got Scott Helwin on the ice, Brian Costello and Roger Orbie just waiting to do more damage for the Green Hornets. Helwin, backhand shot deflected off of Reels. Reels will take this one himself for the Golden Knights. Pass far side, cuts it back near side to Lilly, who clears it back in the goal in the Green Hornet end. Morey will retrieve the puck. Taken away sharply by Mitch Starr, now back in Morey's possession. from Heldwin, just out of the reach of Tony Lugo, and this one's gonna come all the way back. Check that, just in time was Brian Costello. Golden Knights thought they were gonna get an icing call there, but as the puck slowed down, Costello had just enough juice to get to the puck, where sometimes that's where the skating comes up into play, and that's about who wants it more. Golden Knights need to make sure that they get this absolute clearance that time. And from their skaters as well, need to put just a tad bit more effort into the skating and the hustling effort, because this is the time now, as we can see with 6:55 remaining, Angelo, this is the time for the Golden Knights to strike. But as you mentioned, this being the time for the Golden Knights, Andy, you got to remember this is a team that should be able to strike early. One of the teams where they get most of their offensive production in the first period. And right now, the Green Hornets have just found a way to stifle that. On the move is Oliverio. Has a shot fired just off to the right side. This one comes back to Sharina. Sharina looking for options up the center ice. Misses Wakowiak. Back into Harrison. This is back to Chaquan far side in the Green Hornet zone. Chaquan looking for the setup, and it gets blocked away and taken away by Levesque. It's a start there, but they have to keep pressuring them, and the Golden Knights just have to now turn the tables on the Green Hornets. Wakowiak around Coughlin into the stick of Chaquan, looking for the setup, back to Byrne, out of his reach, and taken up by Sharina, dumping it out of the zone. And so this one's going to head all the way into the Golden Knight end for an icing call, a chance for both teams to regroup and recharge. Yeah, and right now you can tell from the key side, at this point in time, the Golden Knights need to be taking advantage. Green Hornets, another team like the Blue Bombers, where they're a little bit slow to get things rolling in the first period, but as the game continues on, it's going to be a rolling hill for them. They're going to be rolling things like an avalanche. If you ever seen how an avalanche operates, Angelo, it's a thing where you just need the right pieces to get it rolling, and once it starts rolling, there is no stopping the avalanche. And that's exactly what the Green Hornets offense is once they get going, there is no stopping a high-powered scoring juggernaut. Puck back to Bernice, looking for the setup to Byrne in the near side corner, taken away by Sharina. Back to Jackson. Jackson clears it out and comes back to Harrison. Harrison in the neutral zone, finds Chaquan center ice, and Chaquan will take it up in the Green Hornet zone. Looking back for Byrne, taken away by Lugo, now up to Heldwin. Heldwin in the Golden Knight zone, two defenders back for the Golden Knights. Heldwin with two Green Hornets joining him in the zone, gets it back over to Jackson. Jackson biding time, finds a shot, knocked off of Hannon, rebounded by the Green Hornets. Pass from Hannon, this is back out to Harrison. From Byrne, this is Chaquan. Chaquan looking for Mike Lilly near sides, got him. And Lilly gets it away, back in the Green Hornet zone. It's Morey with possession off the boards, looking for Heldwin, knocked out. Back to Jackson, who regroups. Covered by Mitch Starr as he dumps it back in the Golden Knight end, upcoming for an icing call. .438 in the opening period. Green Hornets up 1-0 over the Golden Knights, trying to continue their win streak here in the iSports Forum's Fall 2019 over 50 hockey season. As Paris will take the face-off for the Golden Knights against Heldwin deep in the Green Hornet zone. Puck comes back over to Morey. Reels trying to maintain possession. It's taken away by Heldwin. Heldwin off the boards, finds Aubie. Aubie knocked off the puck by Pernice. And right there, that time, the positioning by Jim Pernice was stellar defensive effort, although I wouldn't have been surprised if the referees decided to call the Golden Knights on the interference there. Just, again, the way that Pernice was positioned that time might have been a little bit of a 50-50 call there by the referees, but nevertheless, they let that one play on. So with that, face-off will take place deep in the Golden Knight zone this time, as once again it'll be Paris and Heldwin going at it. Puck is back to Reels. Maury chases up for it for the Green Hornets. Shot fired on net. Bounces off of Costello. Almost a chance there for the Green Hornets. Heldwin behind the net in the Golden Knight zone. Feeds it up to Wersinski. Wersinski dumps it back in the Golden Knight end. Retrieved by Aubie. Looking for Heldwin. Taken away by Harrison. He will find Paris near side. And what a good stop there for the Golden Knights. And more or less for the Green Hornets, it was just a matter of the textbook passes and just the finishes were just off target. But I have a feeling, Angelo, there's going to be more of those quick textbook passing plays for the Green Hornets. Wersinski will take this one himself in the Golden Knight zone, but it's an offsides call, and this one's going to be halted. So Golden Knights will make a lineup change, as do the Green Hornets, as faceoff will now take place by the blue line for the Golden Knights. And right there again, Green Hornets, they had the positioning going, they had something going for them, but that time just a little off target in terms of the skating abilities, and right there, both chances for the teams to regroup. Coughlin. Off the boards, Oliverio. Knocked off the puck by Chiquan. This is back to Harrison. Scott Harrison looking for options. Finds Chiquan center ice. Looking to get around Oliverio. Passes it out to Byrne, who dumps it back in the Green Hornet zone. This is Sharina. 3 minutes in the opening period as it gets back to George Butler. Butler gets it back in the neutral zone. Harrison there retrieves the puck. Now regroups looking for options. Off the stick of Butler, this is back to Harrison once more. Wakowiak now showing pressure for the Green Hornets. This is intended for Chiquan, back neutral zone up the center ice. This is Sharina. Finds Oliverio far side. Oliverio puts it back in the Golden Knight end. Pressured by Chiquan, puck comes back around to Butler. Harrison behind his own net finds Burns, sets up to Chiquan, gets around Wakowiak. This is back to Coughlin. This is Chiquan in the Green Hornet zone working against Sharina. Puck now in the Green Hornet end as it gets out to Oliverio. Byrne fights for the puck. Oliverio bides his time, looking to maintain some possession for the Green Hornets. This is back to Chiquan, looking for the setup finish to Byrne. Off to the side of the nets. And now taken up by Wakowiak. Wakowiak has Butler to work with. Wakowiak working around Harrison. Wakowiak looking for the pass back. Sharina winds up for the shot, bounces off of Chiquan. Nice little diversion there created by ISF's leading scorer. Now it was just a matter of Sharina trying to fire the shot, and Chiquan positioned himself well for the defensive stop. And that time, puck slap shotted into the bench of the Golden Knights, and that'll automatically halt play with 1:32 in the opening period. Green Hornets maintaining a 1-0 lead over the Golden Knights. So far, Andy, this is a team that obviously leading the over 50 hockey league with goals scored on the season, but you can't help but kind of review what's happened in the past few weeks. Oh, no doubt about that. When you look at the past few weeks, they just beat the Red Army by a scoreline of 4-1. And a team that usually you'd be able to score more goals on this season, Green Hornets looked like they were struggling just a tad bit to get the offense rolling, but again, it's a matter of how you play against one opponent versus the other. We've always said it before, Angelo, on the broadcast, but it's any given Sunday, any team can step up. But for the Green Hornets, they have found themselves in a position where they don't have to necessarily win a game by scoring 7 or 8 goals. It's just a matter of scoring just enough and playing some defense to preserve the win. Wersinski's shot, arced away by Hannon, trying to keep it away, trying to suck it back in, and he does for the save. And that time, another opportunity for the Green Hornets. At least 2 players right on top of Jay Hannon for a finishing touch. But Jay Hannon was there for his positioning, able to stop the puck, able to position himself properly. What a job well done. And once again, Andy, just another tremendous effort by Jay Hannon to keep the Golden Knights in this one, who trail by 1. As the shot fired is by Lugo, opposite side. It's now Heldwin to regroup. Puck comes up to Mitch Starr, gets this one cleared out. This is coming back to Morey. 35 seconds in the opening period as Morey gets this pass off the boards, finds Jackson. Jackson looking around for Heldwin and is stopped by Reels. Starr looking to regroup for the Golden Knights, taken away by Jackson. Comes back to Wersinski. Wersinski off the boards, finds Scott Heldwin into the Golden Knight zone again. Heldwin taking time, firing some options just off the skate of Jay Hannon. Wersinski gets it out to Jackson in the Golden Knight end. Heldwin skates up for it, far side corner, gets back to Morey. Morey trying to locate the puck. This one comes back in the Golden Knight end again. And time will expire on that note. But just like in the other two games today, after one period of play, it is just a 1-0 lead. Green Hornets trying to hang on to a tight lead heading into intermission. So a Dave Wachowiak breakaway goal courtesy of a Mike Jackson pass separates these two squads in terms of the scoring opportunities here today, as the Green Hornets lead 1-0 over the Golden Knights here in our game of the week. Green Hornets trying to keep atop of their win streak and keep atop of the standings as well, while the Golden Knights are looking to get back to 5-4 on the season, as Chiquan and Wachowiak will head at it on the face-off. Puck comes back to Reels. Coughlin dumps it down into the Green Hornet end. Levesque there with the puck. Michael Levesque looking for Aubie just out of his reach. And this one's coming back to Harrison and the Golden Knights. Pass back far side looking for Reels, taken up by Wachowiak and knocked away by the Golden Knights defense. Well, that time Dave Wachowiak was looking to create another opportunity that time, but in that stretch of things, there was at least two Golden Knight defenders that were right there. Really tough to make an opportunity out of that one. Coughlin's shot just fired off the right side, looking to pick up his own rebound. Knocking bodies with Aubie in the process as Wachowiak trying to clear this one away. Stopped by Chiquan, now comes up to Byrne. Byrne gets this one cleared out for the Golden Knights. Or check that, for the Green Hornets, it gets cleared out. As Harrison biding some time, looking for open options. Puck fed up, this is Reels. Knocked away, here comes a 2-on-0 chance for the Green Hornets. Wachowiak denied, looking for the wraparound. Finishing touch to Aubie, nobody there for the finish. Flipped high and over the crossbar. Oh, that time you had to have found a way to capitalize there. A poor error in judgment by the Golden Knights, and the Green Hornets had two players on top. Should have capitalized on that chance, and the Golden Knights very lucky there as they dodged the bullet. Harrison gets this one cleared out back into the Green Hornet zone. This is Mike Morey with the puck. Clearance off the boards, it's back to Heldwin. Check that, Scott Harrison, now it's off to Chiquan. Chiquan finds Reels center ice, now back to Byrne near side. Taken up by Wersinski. And this one's gonna get cleared out all the way back in the Golden Knight end. No icing called, the play will keep rolling. Harrison. Taken up by Wersinski. Wersinski back to Morey. And we see a whole lot more of the passing in Green Hornets, just circling things around and biding their time. And a little bit of a different strategy. We're not used to seeing them do it that often, but nevertheless, if it buys them some time to look up an offensive strategy, so much the better. So Heldwin's shot stopped by Hannon with 9:22 in the second period. So face-off taking place deep in the Golden Knight zone. It'll be Paris and Scott Heldwin. See, and now in this position, it's more or less, once again, the Golden Knights defense is going to have to step up, because they right now really can't afford to give up another goal with the way the Green Hornets go offensively. Aubie back to Wersinski. To Morey, still in position in the zone as it's out to Pernice. Back to Maury, shot fired, knocked down by Hannon. Looking to punch it out, he finds Harris. Maury can't field it, and the Green Hornets forced to regroup. Not a bad start there. There was a couple of times where the Golden Knights were just that close to getting it cleared out. The Green Hornets tried to make more opportunities out of it, but that time, Hannon just a little bit of juice. That was just enough to get it to Paris, and then off of the stick of Mike Maury to get it cleared out. Jackson gets it away from two Golden Knight defenders as it comes back to Serena. Shot fired on point, blocked, taken up by Harrison, out of the reach of Mitch Starr, and this was going to come back for an icing call. Now, had Mitch Starr had possession of the puck, or at least if the pass was even remotely close to him getting a nice handle on that puck, then it would be Mitch Starr that might have had a chance to skate down and maybe come up with the equalizing goal. Who knows? But nevertheless, the Golden Knights need to continue firing. They need to continue these passes and continue to try to get these chances going, because one of these times they're going to have a legit one. Sharina on point, gets it away from the crowd, meets Steve Byrne off the stick, looking for Chiquan, just out of the reach. And what a great effort there that time by Matt Sharina, ensuring that it was going to be a no complete pass to Chiquan. Levesque gets this one cleared away, and guess who, folks? Dave Wachowiak on his third breakaway of the game. He's 2 for 3. And once again, the Golden Knights got caught up in the Green Hornets offensive play. Wachowiak just finds a way to sneak through and be in the right positioning to be by himself. You know, whether you want to say it's a cherry picking or whether you want to call it whatever you want, regardless, Wachowiak is in position. No Golden Knight players took account of him that time, and really difficult to stop on a breakaway one-on-one chance if you're Jay Hannon or any other keeper. So with that, Green Hornets extend their lead to 2-0 with 7.5 minutes and rolling. Elwin trying to extend that lead for the Green Hornets, gets knocked out. Puck is back to Coughlin, knocked off the puck by Sharina. Back in the far side corner is Reels, finds Chiquan. Chiquan skating up with Coughlin. 3 defenders back for the Green Hornets. As is Coughlin, fired shot, defended well by Chewy. And right now, Angelo, Chewy really not seeing too much activity, but that just goes to show you the tremendous effort by both the offense and defense for the Green Hornets, making sure that there's consistent pressure on the Golden Knights, avoiding them any chances, or at least on a regular term, to force Chewy to do some extreme work. So it'll be Chris Paris and Scott Helwin deep in the Green Hornet zone as this puck comes back to Harrison. Shot fired out of everybody's range. Costello chasing for it, but it's Reels who knocks it back in the Green Hornet end. Pass, misses Mitch Starr, and it comes back to Harrison instead. And that's twice now. Call it unfortunate situations, but Mitch Starr just out of the reach that time. And you know he's just itching for an opportunity here today. Mitch Starr coming away with a beautiful goal last week, despite the Golden Knights' loss to the Blue Bombers 5-3. But you know Mitch Starr is clearly another player that is capable of offensive potential. Well, no doubt about that. Any player is capable of any offensive potential for that matter. But for Mitch Starr in particular, he's touching the stars, but he just hasn't been able to grab them just yet. And it's showing by his play. He keeps continuing to push hard. He continues to persevere. But it's just a matter now of waiting for the right chance to come. Harrison finds Lilly. This is Paris in the Green Hornet zone. Paris looking to get around Maury, couldn't get around Harrison. And this one is back in the Green Hornet end. Maury will skate this one up. Now Maury will take a shot himself off target. Great way to clear it out. Now Green Hornets have to chase after this one if they're going to be looking to make some more offensive potential. Starr finds Harrison. Harrison, an open Omar Chaquan looking to take a playbook out of Wakowiak's book as he skates around back in the Green Hornet end, looking to skate this one and shoot, but is defended well by Chewy. Puck back to Harrison. Heldwin keeps it in possession for the Green Hornets. Puck gets to Pernice. And right now, Omar Chaquan is trying to lead by example with the hustle and effort for the Golden Knights, but I'm not exactly sure if it's just tiresome or if they're playing a different style of hockey. But now Green Hornets have possession again. Oliverio maintaining strong possession here, looking for a pass intended for Sharina's got him. Sharina firing the shot, deflected by Pernice. Oliverio for the rebound. Defended well by Chaquan. And Harrison will skate up, slip by Sharina. Golden Knights looking to capitalize. Harrison backhands this one, stopped by Chewy. Rebound chance by Byrne, knocked away. Third chance perhaps for the Golden Knights, and it'll be taken away by Jim Pernice. As Pernice looking for an option back over to Coughlin. Byrne can't get to the puck in time. This is Obby who gets it cleared away. Back to Jackson. Shot fired, deflected off by Pernice. And it's about the opportunities right there. The Green Hornets slipped. Golden Knights looking for another opportunity here. They just have to keep finding chances and then start capitalizing by taking shot after shot. Byrne right there in front. Backhand by Coughlin, knocked away. And there you go, just another chance. And just got, as long as you have possession in the Green Hornet zone, keep firing on net. You know one of those shots is going to go in eventually. Chaquan. Fired shot, bouncing off of Chewy's glove. Rebounded by Jackson. Off the boards, finds Roger Obby near side. Two defenders looking to get back for the Golden Knights. Check that, it's Tony Lugo. Chaquan. Passes it up. And this one's back in the Green Hornet zone. Sharina with the puck. Deflected off by Byrne. This is Reels. Shot fired, kicked out by Chewy, rebounded by Levesque. Sharina keeps it away from the Golden Knights. Wakowiak slips it up to Jackson. Jackson makes a nice move. And this one back over to Paris. Can't keep his feet above himself as it's now Pernice looking to take the puck. Now it's Wakowiak. Wakowiak open right side. Will fire the shot on net, kicked out by Hannon. Back foot pass from Wakowiak, intercepted by Pernice as it gets out to Paris. And right now, Chris Paris still looking like he's trying to get some feet under himself. This puck now back out to Wersinski. Maury. Obby now out to Costello. Swings it up to Wakowiak. Has to regroup. Yeah, that time it was just riding on the blue line. Now it's a matter of making sure everybody's onside. And right there, as you called it, Andy, everybody had to be onside. But that time, Brian Costello not back behind the blue line in time. And that'll help play. 1:53 to go in the second period. Green Hornets up just 2-0 over the Golden Knights, as both teams will adjust and change up their lines. Harrison Helwin on the face-off by the blue line of the Golden Knights. This is now Harrison. Moves the puck up, looking to get around Obby, but is stripped away by Obby, taken back now by Starr. Reels. Finds Coughlin. Pass taken away from Reels. This is back to Harrison. Harrison just out of the reach of Mike Lilly as it gets back to Wersinski. Pass off the boards back to Reels for the Golden Knights. Maury looking for options. And this one's going to get cleared all the way back out. Hannon with the puck. Trying to get away from Heldwin. Comes back out to Coughlin. Coughlin moving this one up. This is back over Shot chance, fired just off to the left side. Heldwin taken away by Coughlin. And back is to Chiquan. Chiquan biding time. Back to Harrison. Winds up for the shot just off to the left side. This puck is back to Wersinski. Steve Byrne now near side with possession of the puck. 22 seconds in the second period. That's the puck just off the stick of Pernice. From Harrison, this is back to Byrne. Byrne off the stick of Chiquan into the Green Hornet zone. Looking for one more chance to line up for the shot. Taken away by Wersinski. Pernice. Byrne looking to get it back deep in the Green Hornet zone. Couldn't find a man in time. But with 2 periods in the books, the Golden Knights give themselves every opportunity to try to tie this one in the third period as they just trailed the Green Hornets 2-0 here in our Game of the Week. We'll have more on the other side when we return. This is Over 50 Hockey's Game of the Week on the Pontello Broadcasting Network. Green Hornets lead 2-0 here in our Game of the Week as the Golden Knights trying to get above 500 again. They're going to need to get at least a couple of goals if they're going to look to do so. Meanwhile, Green Hornets trying to keep that win streak alive, but they're finding that they're having trouble once again getting a nice confirmed lead. And as you mentioned that too, Angelo, this is the third week where we've seen now where teams are starting to keep up with them despite this juggernaut of offense we're seeing. You know, it dates back to even 2 weeks ago where the Green Hornets had to win it in the final 10 seconds with the Matt Sharina game winner. And then just last week, Angelo, like you mentioned earlier, the Red Army were able to only lose by a scoreline of 4-1. As the Green Hornets, again, just a team that we were mentioning earlier, they're still finding ways to win, but it's not the same team that is able to put up big offensive numbers at will. This puck coming back around. This is Scott Harrison in his own end. Finds up to Chiquan. And even as you mentioned, teams are keeping up with them. The Golden Knights earlier this season played the Green Hornets, defeated them by a scoreline of 6-4. That was with John Mudra in their lineup, but Mudra is out for this week. As Coughlin just gets it away from Sharina. This is out to Butler. Out of his reach, now back to Pernice. Now it's to Coughlin again in the near side corner. Oliverio picks up on the puck and he's off to the races. Chiquan trailing behind. This is Oliverio. Can't get it past Harrison. Puck now up to Harrison as he gets it back over to Byrne. Past Steve Byrne, this is back out to Harrison. Off the stick of Oliverio. Off the glass by Coughlin. Check that. It was off the boards, and now it's taken up by Levesque. Heldwin regroups for the Green Hornets. Puck is back. This is Chris Paris. Potential offsides. Golden Knights back off. This is now off to Harrison. Heldwin from Jackson. Hannon out to Harrison for the Golden Knights. And now we see a little bit more of an even level playing field in this third period, but do keep in mind, Angelo, the Green Hornets also strive in the third period as well. They find ways to just put up just a little bit more effort than most teams, and they put enough juice to outlast their opponents and to score. Puck out to Wersinski. Finding time, finding options. This is Jackson, shoots it into Harrison. Jackson rebounds. Puck comes out to Morey, now taken away by Harrison, off the boards. And this one heads all the way back as Chewy lets this one go for an icing call. 9:34 in the third period. 2-0 is our score line, courtesy of 2 Dave Wachowiak breakaway goals. Mike Jackson with the assist on today's game, as well as Michael Levesque picking up on an assist. As faceoff will take place deep in the Golden Knights zone, it's Wachowiak and Paris on the faceoff. Back puck is to Morey, keeps it in the Golden Knights zone. Jackson looking for a finishing touch. This is back to Wachowiak. Off the stick of Harrison, and now picked up by Lugo. Picks back up by Maury. Shot fired from point. Taken up by Lugo. Shot fired again. Into a crowded bunch of players as Jackson looking to keep things firing. Taken up by Wersinski. And now this is where the pressure starts to come in again. Green Hornets starting to get a little bit more of a hold on that pressure. Golden Knights have to find a way to get out of this little constricting situation they find themselves in and get the ball rolling. Maury shot, fired high. Green Hornets again, another shot opportunity. This is Wachowiak back in the Golden Knight end. Paris will get this one cleared out, but it will come back for an icing call. And even though it comes back for an icing, Angelo, great opportunity there for the Golden Knights to get some fresh legs out there, and they just needed to find any opportunity to get it cleared out. So Green Hornets will also take that time and get a new fresh set or a new lineup out there as well. It's Scott Helwin, Brian Costello, and Roger Aubie out at the forwards. Michael Levesque back at defense along with Sharina. Chiquan finding some time, looking to pass off the boards. This is Byrne looking for an open. Jerry Coughlin, center ice, has got him. Into the Green Hornet zone. Coughlin finding some room, looking to set pass up. Back to Helwin, now kicked out by Reels. Aubie off center ice, dispossessed by Byrne. Off the boards pass, this is Coughlin. Looking for options, taken away by Levesque. Now back is to Reels. Coughlin, and an offsides call. So face-off will now take place by the blue line for the Green Hornets, as it's Omer Chiquan and Scott Helman on the face-off. And right now I'm seeing this, and it's just, I have to, if you're the Golden Knights, you have no choice but to continue to attack, and provide pressure. Again, like we mentioned earlier, the Golden Knights is a team that's built to produce most of their offense in the early parts of the game, but now, as of recent, they've been trying to tailor their game just enough to where they're starting to compete later, in the later parts of the game, in the third periods, where it becomes more difficult for their opponents to try to go away with the game. Levesque knocked off the puck by Chiquan. Out of the reach of Aubie, comes back over to Coughlin. Jerry Coughlin working quickly, speeding into the Green Hornet zone, fired shot, kick, looking for the pass chance, can't connect with Byrne. Oh, and Steve Byrne, how do you touch the puck on the stick? That might have been a golden opportunity, pardon the pun, for a chance to get their first goal on the day. Open chance for Harrison, knocked off the post. Helwin looking right on the stick of Byrne, looking to capitalize, and Chewy's there for the stop. Oh, that's twice now for Steve Byrne, where it was right on his stick, right there in the position, and he just was a step behind that time from capitalizing. Green Hornets dodging 2 bullets there. Can't tell you how many times already we've seen in total where the Green Hornets have had their fair share of slip-ups and mess-ups here today, but the hockey gods, if you will, with divine intervention kicking in, really coming into play. Chewy trying to locate the puck. Wide open chance, puck standing there. Backhanded pass, kicked around. Lilly trying to capitalize, feeds it back in, looking for another chance, and it gets cleared out. How many more chances will we see, Angelo? It's right there for the Green Hornets, and the Golden Knights, theirs for the taking, and it just doesn't bounce the right direction that they need. Can't tell you how many times I've seen that happen in just about any sport, Andy, as Wachowiak looking for an open chance, fires around, back in the inside of the net. But to finish the point there, Andy, I have to agree with you, partner. That is just a bizarre turn of events there, where the Green Hornets, literally by the way of their play, gave golden opportunities to these Golden Knights to punch one in. And that time, call it the positioning, call it the bounce of the puck, just doesn't go in their favor. This is back to Mike Lilly. Intercepted by Wersinski. Those shot knocked off by Hannon. Lugo trying to get a handle on the puck. And this one comes back in the goal night end. Now it's just a matter of just keeping it full. Gotta find your ways, keep the opportunities rising little bit by little bit. Pass skate up, this is back over to Maury. And he'll dump this one in the goal night end. Pass up to Reels, gets it cleared out back in the Green Hornet zone. 5 minutes in the third period. Green Hornets trying to hang on for another win in the columns. Meanwhile, Golden Knights still down by 2. Very much alive in this game. Just looking for more chances to punch it in. Byrne. Biding some time. Golden Knights trying to make substitutions in the process. This is back to Levesque. Michael Levesque, shot just off the right side. Harrison finds Coughlin. Jerry Coughlin looking to work around Heldwin. Heldwin's pass back to Burns. Shot fired, kicked out by Chewy. Shot taken by Harrison just off to the right side. Chaquan feeds it back over to Harrison. Winds up for the shot. Shot into Heldwin. Lugo gets it cleared out. This is Levesque with the puck stripped away by Harrison, now picked up by Heldwin. Making sure everybody's on sides. Here comes Heldwin in the Golden Knights zone again. Pass just off the tape of Lugo. Aubie misses the puck. Oliverio's shot just off to the right side. Byrne off the boards. This is Chaquan. Waiting for some options. Jerry Coughlin with him. Chaquan. Conversed by 4 Green Hornets as it gets back to Coughlin looking for the setup the other way. Off the boards, this is back to Pernice. Harrison regrouping for the Golden Knights, now feeds it out to Chaquan. Into the Green Hornet zone again. Chaquan biding some more time. Back in the Green Hornet end, looking for the pass back. Aubie with possession of it, now taken up by Coughlin. Chaquan, Reels, fires the shot on net, tapped down by Heldwin. Aubie gets this one cleared away, and here comes Heldwin. 2-on-1 for the Green Hornets with Costello. Heldwin taken away by Harrison, and here comes Chaquan. Now for the Golden Knights, they have to start adding that pressure back on again on the Green Hornets. Time slipping away from them. Harrison in the Green Hornet zone, pass back to Lilly. Can't handle the puck, and it'll be taken away by Harrison. 2.5 minutes remaining. Harrison biding some time, looking for a potential clearance. Reels sharply dumps it back in the Green Hornet end. Harris looking for the setup. Off the backside spine of the net, and it gets up by Harrison. Heldwin clears it out. This is back in the Golden Knight zone. Harris. Back to Moria, off the back end of Harrison. Oliverio with possession. And he'll get this one away from the Golden Knights. See, and now at this point, even if the Green Hornets are looking to just pass it back amongst each other, that's only going to benefit them more. Because right now, the Golden Knights, without Jerry Coughlin or Omar Chaquan on the ice, is serving as a huge disadvantage for a Golden Knight opportunity to tie it up. Maury. This one cleared out all the way back in the Golden Knight zone. Dump back in the Golden Knight end by Lugo. As time continues to tick away, Reels biding his time. Chaquan and Coughlin back on the ice. Feeds it up to Lilly. Lilly looking for Steve Byrne. Puck comes back around. Pass off the boards. Butler in the final minute of regulation. Green Hornets trying to preserve this win. Gets back out to Harrison for the Golden Knights. Reels to Chaquan. Shaquan tripped up by Wakowiak, no call. And now out to Coughlin. Coughlin slips and falls, and there is a penalty upcoming. And that'll stop the clock immediately. And a hooking call there at that. So with 29.4 seconds to go, Golden Knights are going to have to find a way to score in literally 5 seconds, because they're still going to need enough time to try to set themselves up, if they were to score here on this next drive, to try to tie up the game, tie up the game in the following moments. But with Roger Arby with the hooking call, the Golden Knights need to find anything they can to capitalize. And so with that, right out of this gate, they're going to put in 6 men, an empty net now on their part. Warsinski maintaining possession off the boards, past reels, and this one's going to head all the way back. And that pretty much is going to cost yourself any chance of trying to tie the game up. That was the last bounce that you needed if you're the Golden Knights. Paris to Coughlin. Big chance, just shot off to the left side. This is back to Steve Byrne. Shaquan winds up for the shot, kicked out by Chewy. Wakowiak flips it up high, and that's how the game ends. Phil McClung in the final seconds fought as hard as he could, and he'll come away with his first shutout of the fall 2019 season as the Green Hornets prevail 2-0 over the Golden Knights. Well, congratulations to Chewy. He joins Mario Osakovic this season as the only keepers that put out at least 1 shutout in a game. But nevertheless, a real hard-fought effort, a real exciting game at that, up to the final moments, despite it being a multiple scoring difference. But give a lot of credit to these Golden Knights as well. They fought hard, and against a tough offensive squad like the Green Hornets, I'd be really excited to see this as a semi-final playoff match. You never know what's going to happen with playoffs upcoming, but I definitely look forward to seeing these two teams perhaps meeting each other again in the upcoming fall 2019 playoffs. Dave Wakowiak scoring the pair of goals for the Green Hornets today off 2 beautiful breakaway chances. And again, Mike Jackson and Michael Levesque coming up with assists as well on today's game of the week. Real big win for the Green Hornets as they will look to take on the Black Aces next week. Well, it's one of those things now where they are still in the driver's seat. They still find a way to get as many wins as they can. But it's one of those things where it's going to be key. So with that, we'll take a quick look at the standings here. After 3/4 of the season in the books, of course, Green Hornets now moving on to 7-1-1 on the season. Blue Bombers trailing a half game behind at 7-2. Gray Wolves advancing to 5-3-1 on the season. Golden Knights officially dropping to 4-5 as the Black Aces and the Red Army picking up more L's on their season, as the Black Aces 2-6-1, Red Army 2-7. And now when you look at the Black Aces too, you know, the loss by the Golden Knights still gives them an opportunity to maybe change the act together in the final 3 games. You know, a chance for maybe them to even fight and compete for that last place spot. You never know, but lots to look forward to. And after today's games, you know the Green Hornets and the Blue Bombers are in. The Grey Wolves are virtually locked. They've virtually locked their spot in today as well with the win. And now it's just a matter of how the rest of the weeks will play out into the final weeks, where it's still a long shot to see a perfect playoff possibility picture. Well, we're going to have more on that as well, but we'll have more information on how to follow our games as well. But for now, we want to thank everybody for tuning in to our Game of the Week this week. You can always catch our videos and highlights on either our ISF Over 50 Hockey Facebook page or on our YouTube channel, the Pontello Broadcasting Network. You can find all our media as well on either one of those social media outlets. And then, of course, for more information on scores, standings, and statistics, you can always use the venue's website at www.theisportsforum.com, as they will have all your needs there for you. So for my co-partner, Andy Townsend, I'm Angelo Pontello saying so long, good night, and we hope everybody has a blessed week. Take care, everyone. We'll see you back here next time. Green Hornets escape the Ice Sports Forum with a 2-0 win.